Winning, 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 winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. Winning, 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 winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning.
Y'all go and check on in. Y'all go on the market to millions. If you want to make millions in your market, you're in the right spot. Come on, let's check in, y'all. Let me know that you here.
Winning, 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 winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. Winning, winning, winning.
What's up, world? It's me, your boy Devon D. Welcome to Market to Millions. Entrepreneurs, content creators. You got an idea, got a dream, man. You're in the right spot. Go and check on in. Today we're talking about entrepreneurship. Is it just business or is it personal? Is it personal or is it just business? We're gonna have a conversation about this today. Hey, come on and check on in, no matter what platform that you're on right now, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Instagram, whether you're on LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever you at right now. Let me know where you at. So Instagram, come on, go and get on in here, y'all. If you're in the Facebook, what's happening? Go and take a look. Yo, if you're on you LinkedIn, you know we locked in. And if all my people on YouTube, I'm talking to you too. All right. So make sure y'all go to check on in. I'm working on my little intro with that right there, y'all. I like that. We're gonna play with that a little bit more, y'all. Yo, come on in, y'all. If you want to make millions in your market, welcome to Market to Millions. Yo, I'm just again want to just give you some of my business expertise, again, some of my experience. Been an entrepreneur for over 30 years now, over 30 years. Yeah, I'm kind of tell. I guess my gray hair tell you how old I am, but yo, I'm over 30 years. I started back in 1994. Yeah, a long time ago. And I've been an entrepreneur ever since. And I've been through a lot of things. I've been through ups, I've been through downs, I've been around. And I just want to, just kind of, just kind of talk about some things to kind of help you out there so you don't have to make as many mistakes as I did so that you can get to your success a lot faster. And guess what this gonna cost you? Nothing. It's free, y'all. So all you got to do is tap in. As I say, decide, dedicate, and discipline yourself. You got to just make a decision and then dedicate yourself to that decision and discipline yourself to stick with it. That's how you're gonna reach success. That's how you're gonna reach success, y'all. So y'all know, as y'all know, this is ABM gang. Y'all know what if you don't know what ABM, I'm gonna tell y'all. ABM means always be marketing. So if you are here, if you are on this broadcast right now, I want you to put whatever your business is, whatever it is you're promoting, your company, your website, ABM, as I said, because I'm always marketing. So I'm gonna always be marketing. Put that in the comment section. Let people know where you're at, where you're from, and what you're doing so that they can come and shop with you. They don't know unless you tell them. The world is watching, but you got to give them something to see. So ABM gang, always be marketing. All right. So shout out to my ABM gang, y'all. Thank y'all for being here right now. And put that in the comment section. I want to know who you are. Let me know where you are, who you are, and what you're doing. All right. All right. So tonight, what we talking about, Dean? We're talking about entrepreneurship. We hear this word a lot. We hear the word entrepreneurship, and the word got smudged around to me. If you ask me, it got smudged around so much, we don't even really know. You know, what I mean, am I an entrepreneur? Ain't I? Just say I am. I am. Yes, huh? Like, and true business owners know that this comes with a lifestyle. For one, we know this is a lifestyle. This got to be in you, not on you, right? As we say, it got to be in you, not on you. And that's why some people don't make it through entrepreneurship. They thinking that, it's all peaches and cream. I own the business. And like you're rich after that. But we know that it takes some strategy. It takes some grit. It takes some long nights sometimes. It takes some understanding that this only you got this vision and you got this ideal, and it's taking you to make it real, to make it live. And not everybody around you really understand until they start seeing some money coming or seeing you grow. They start believing and see you on TV or something. But until that point, it's kind of hard. And I'm just here to give you just some of my experiences, just what I've been through in entrepreneurship, and just kind of helping my entrepreneurs who this is for, just kind of understand the difference between something personal and business. I know sometimes we just say it's dollars and cents. It's not personal. It's just business. But some of these things is our babies. We started this because we was in love with something. It was a gift. It might be even your talent. Even I've been in the music game forever, right? So even in the music industry, especially with artists, the reason that execs and business people don't want to talk to the artists is because they heart too attached to it, and they don't know how to take the personal out and understand how to do business. So that's why a lot of execs and CEOs and business people who are here to crunch the numbers and make it make sense, they don't want to talk to the artist. They don't want to talk to the person that is personally attached to, because a lot of times they can't see past the heart, their heart, and they put their heart, again, blood, sweat, and tears into this. And sometimes it's hard for them to kind of detach from that and just treat it like an item, like a thing, right? And we gotta understand, as I tell a lot of my people, especially if they take it something that they used to as a hobby and turn it into business. The day you start turning this into a business, you gotta start thinking different. When it was a hobby, yeah, it could be just for you, it could be this, it could be that. Again, let your heart sing. When you start talking business, although all those things come with it, boom. But now there's a different mindset that gotta come behind it when you start talking about business. So we're gonna just kind of discuss some of that today, y'all. And thank y'all for being here, man. Just go ahead, just drop what you is that you do in the comment section. Yo, put your business, your website in the comments. Let us know, what you promoting. All right, ABM gang. Always be marketing. Reason I'm doing this again is because, again, they say 78% of businesses fail because they lack a marketing plan. They don't have a marketing plan. And I've been in a lot of different industries, from restaurants to the music business to financial, again, a lot of different things. And no matter what business that it was that I had, they all have to be marketed. They all have to. A lot of people will teach you how to start something, but they don't teach you how to stay in business. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to teach you how to stay in business, not just start a business. All right. So again, go and tap in. Let us know. Let me know that you're here. You ready to stay in business? Hey, put stay in the comment section. All right. World is watching. So, you know, um, they say 82% of entrepreneurs, you know, are deeply tied to their business. Their business is deeply tied to like them. Like 82% of entrepreneurs. A lot of times, and that's when they heart be so upfront that sometimes the business don't even make sense. Only 22% of entrepreneurs believe they could fully separate their emotions from business decisions. All right. And the decisions is a big word. That's why I kind of business decisions. You got to be able to separate your emotions from a business decision. That's why sometimes people will be wondering, how could they sell Def Jam? How could they sell Rockefeller? How could they sell these businesses that sometimes we be so tied to the person and identity that is attached to, and that person is making a business decision? So, as an entrepreneur, as we come up with these business ideas, start a business that you could detach from, right? Like, start a business that you ain't gonna be all hurt about, because and now somebody offering you an opportunity to even go further, but you can't see it because your heart just so stretched to it. Like, you know what I mean? So I mean, if you understand what I'm saying, I just want you to drop me a fire sign in the chat, in the comment section. Just drop a fire sign in the chat section, because again, I wanted to make sure that if you understand what I'm talking about. Because again, we did. Like a lot of the people that talk about they started their businesses to be in basements and in garages, right? They be in basements and garages and living rooms and kitchens. You know, like how many barbershops have started in the kitchen? How many barbershops y'all know that started in the kitchen, especially in the inner city? Man, we've seen people start right out the kitchen and end up in the shop, right? How many artists started in the basement, started the whole record label in the basement, or sometimes the garage if you didn't have a basement, right? And now they become record companies. Like, these are business decisions, right? That we gotta, understand that, well, when we taking this, that there's some things that have to come out personally, although we started them in such a humble state, right? So that's what we're gonna talk about a little bit tonight. So go ahead and check in if you are here. Again, we are live on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Where else we at? Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. I think I'm missing one. Let's see. LinkedIn. Oh, we in the Facebook group and in LMBN group. Yo, shout out to all my LMBN members in the building. Yo. So yeah, man. Go and check on in wherever you at. We are here. So we know why entrepreneurship becomes so personal though, right? Because again, as I told you, you started this vision from scratch. It was probably just you, and you had to bring everybody else along and get them to believe, right? You put in the late nights and early mornings, and you sacrifice this and stuff that people don't know that you sacrifice. And then a lot of times, you want your business to hold them values and that creativity and that passion that you put into it, right? And it's a way to do that. But again, you gotta still take the personal out. So when you're emotionally connected to your business, it's a lot of times harder to get to success. Like, you gotta emotionally disconnect in order to get to success, or you're just gonna have a hard time getting there, and then you're gonna learn along the line, like, let me make a different decision, because you're gonna see this repeat. I've done it. I believe me. I've held myself back off personal decisions because a lot of times we don't understand. Like, even in opportunities, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Like, if you come up, even when you come up with a group of people, right? We come up with a group of people, and sometimes we don't want to go until we all can. But we have to understand when God is calling you for your opportunity, because when it's your opportunity, He didn't say y'all opportunity. And we have to personally disconnect so that we can go to our own way to help those us, ours, and others is reaching the pinnacle of our opportunity. That's the only way you're gonna be able to do something. You can't drag everybody with you. It ain't their time. Their time is coming. That's between them and God. Stop trying to play God in other people's lives. When it's your time, it's go time. All right. So if you are emotionally connected, you're gonna have a hard time getting to your success. All right. I just had to put that in there because a lot of this just resonates with me, because this is why I wanted to talk about it, because this is what I've been through. This is what I've been through. All right. But I'm gonna tell you, when again, understanding you built this and you wanted to have your values is all cool, but when it goes wrong, like when it goes wrong. And it goes wrong a lot of times when you can't take criticism or understand what your customers are calling for, what the industry needs, instead of trying to give it what you want. And that's where we mess up a lot of times. We trying to give it what we want and not really what the industry, not we trying to give it what we think we needs and not really what the industry want. Right? We trying to force something, and the industry is calling for something else because we personally attached to it. So that's sometimes where it goes wrong. Um, when you so attached to it that you don't want to let your part, like you might start at this with dude, but dude ain't none of the work, or he giving you a bad name, and he ain't really good for the business. Giving it like we gotta hold on because that's our A1, day one, and a lot of times that'll kill your business. That'll kill your business. You don't want to let go of this partner who ain't good for the business because he your friend too, or he your family member. It'll kill your business, and you're gonna struggle because it's like as much as you trying to lift it up, you got other people tearing it down. It's gonna be hard, and you be knowing it, but it'd be hard to make that business decision because you be so tired personally. Did that one too. Dang. And the only reason, again, I wrote these notes based upon what I did. So that's the only place I could come from because I did all of these. I did this, and that's why I kind of wrote this down like I did because it was hard for me to get to my success until I learned these hard lessons. How to take my personal out and make real business decisions. When we talk about scaling and growth, that ain't just in sometimes that's outside yourself. Can you scale and grow outside of who you are today? Because you have to grow into this next level of the ultimate version of yourself. And the only way to do that is to shed some of that old skin. Shed some, but we talked about that, your friends, how your friends reflect your fave five and do that again. If you show me your five friends, I can show you your life. Yo, you got to go back and do inventory of your friends. You be like, hey, don't call dude. Don't call dude. That's my nigga, but don't call dude. You know what I mean? Because but understanding these people are reflecting who you are. So, and then sometimes we bring that personal life into our business, and a lot of times I had to fire my brother, I had to fire my son, fire my cousin, I had to fire a lot of family members before. Like I think I fired my mama before, like straight up, like because of that tie just be a little bit too thick personally, and it'd be hard to separate on the business end. It's hard to make business decisions, and you want to be free to make business decisions based upon where you can take the business so you can be successful. Don't put these personal ties into this business, and now you can't grow the business because you got this imaginary obligation to cuz, right? So, so again, how can you separate your personal feelings and from business decisions? I'm gonna tell you how. So you gotta step back and analyze. Like, look at this from. Sometimes we be so in the moment with our heart, and that's why we say sometimes you be so in the business that you can't work on the business. This is where you need to step back and analyze. You need to work on the business. Let me look and let me see what's happening. Let me see what's happening in my business. Let me see what's going on. What's not making sense, or what is making sense on whatever end. If it's a good thing, what is making sense, right? What policies you got in place? That's why we always talk about, when you first start a business, they always say like, what's your business plan? Or, they want to see your business plan. And it's good to even when you start a business with somebody, having an operating agreement. So that when you get down this road of journey of entrepreneurship, that you always got something that you can come back to say, nah, this is what we're supposed to be doing. This is the blueprint. This is where we at. This is what's supposed to be happening. This is my role. This was your role. That's why a lot of times you want to see the organization so that people know their role. Because a lot of times when you go based upon feelings, we know that's gonna go bad. When we're going based upon what I thought you were supposed to, man, I thought you was supposed, because common sense ain't common to everybody. Now we mad at the common sense that they don't got. So having policies in place in your business, like what's the policy? And this is the policy that we all follow because we all are employees to the business. And then you gotta think long term. Like We talked about the cash flow quadrant, right? Employee, self-employed, business owner, and investor. We talked about that quadrant and how people, they think they a business owner, but they really self-employed, and they can't even get out of self-employed because they ain't thinking long term enough, and they got all these personal attachments, so they can't make a business decision to say, you know what, I'm trying to jump out of self-employment to become a business owner. So you got to think long term. You got to think like, where do I want to be stuck in this kitchen for the next 5 years? Or I'm going to put a system in place that one thing you'll never find in McDonald's is the owner, right? So let me know. Have you ever made a bad decision in your business? If y'all can resonate, have you ever had a family member in your business? Have you ever had somebody that you knew you shouldn't have been partnered with, or you like, man, that just didn't go well? And sometimes he even damages the personal relationship. Let me know if y'all know what I'm talking about. If y'all ever became back friends or not, or it still feels some type of way. This energy been lasting all because of some personal stuff that you brought into business or whatever didn't work out. Let me know, y'all. Let me know. All right. All right. So shout out to everybody that's watching right now. I see my people all on Instagram. There I am. Yo, Facebook, take a look. Yo, LinkedIn, we locked in. And YouTube, I'm talking to you too. Hey, see, I told you I'm working on it. We gonna get it, y'all. We gonna let that flow. Yeah, we talking about entrepreneurship. Is it personal or is it business? That's what we're talking about today. Again, I've been an entrepreneur a long time, so I'm just giving it from y'all my experience. I've messed up. I've added my personal feelings into business before and couldn't make clear business decisions based on whatever at the time. It could even be a girl you dating. Like shit happens, right? Like for real. Like and it's not okay. But understanding if you really want to, get to your success a lot faster, or how to make sure that you separate your personal feelings from your business decisions, looking at your numbers, and that's why we talk about analytics. We talk about KPIs, your key performance indicators, and making sure that you're hitting your numbers so that this business is growing and not just a hobby or you just something that you got just to say you got to impress the girls or the guy. Like, so you can say something at the networking. Yeah, I own a, but you ain't even got no P&L. You ain't even did no taxes on it. You ain't what you got? Oh, you got a business card. Okay. You come on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Stop acting like I'm just talking to myself. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all seen them of them. I got an EIN business, and that's about all they got. We can't be that. We got to really grow these companies, build these legacies. All right. All right. So I wanted to tell you, just again, talking about personal and we're talking about business. I understand the personal, even on the artist tip. Now, again, I talked about a lot of music artists and how they can't separate their feelings from the business, because sometimes our art is what we feel. That's all we got. Like if you take this, it's like taking a piece of me, right? And we get it, but I'm gonna tell you, when you're talking about business and business strategy, like passion is what gets you started, but strategy is what's gonna keep you going. Passion is gonna get you started, but strategy is what's going to keep you going. Make business decision based on data, not your feelings. It got to make sense. If it ain't making sense, then it ain't making sense. All right. So I need you to, again, don't attach yourself to the outcome. I need you to focus on execution. Okay. Detach from yourself from the outcome, and then focus on executing. All right. Your business needs you, but again, not all them feelings. You don't need all them feelings. Focus on executing. Focus on growing it. Focus on positioning. Focus on the leverage. Make good business decisions so it can take you, your family, your legacy. Again, if you want to make millions in your market, you got to learn how to market to millions. All right. So, yo, Next time you face a tough business decision, I want you to ask yourself, is this move based on feelings or facts? That's what I want you to ask yourself. If it's a tough business, okay, is this based on feelings or is this based on facts? You got to separate. Give yourself questions to question yourself to separate so that you can ask yourself and say, all right, I feel like, or this is what the numbers say. This is where our market is. You might be promoting something and you keep going to your local market, but your market saying you should be in your number saying you should be in Denver. Your analytics saying Denver, and you keep pushing in your local spot. But your numbers keep saying Denver. But this is my people, my family here. But your number saying Denver. Again, it's like marketing yourself in the wrong building. Like you are, it's like you're supposed to be in Macy's, but you in Target. So you in the wrong building. You ain't even in the right building. So you got to just make sure that you're making decisions based on facts and give yourself those questions to make sure that you can clearly see and separate yourself, step back, analyze, and see how to make the best business decision, not the best personal one. That's why we see a lot of people doing business with people they don't even like. How can they do that? You be like, how man, I ain't doing business with dude I don't like, dude. That's based on feelings. If the numbers say this thing can work and this is what needs to happen, why you can't do business with somebody you don't like? Because they based on your feelings. In business, they didn't say you had to like people. Business analytics and data. You get to choose brand alignment and skin, making sure that it aligns with the brand's it's all of its, its morals and values. So again, entrepreneurship, is it personal or is it business? D, you what you're saying is on point because that's what's up. Shout out to my boy Soldier. Thank you. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. Yo, I see y'all. Market to Millions, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Again, if you are here, make sure that you promote yourself. You know this ABM gang always be marketing yourself. So make sure that you promote yourself. Let us know who you are, where you at, what you're doing. All right. The world is watching. Give them something to see. All right. All right. So I just want you to treat your business like it's supposed to be like a business and take the personal out. If you don't like your price point and every time you get an order you mad, raise your prices. Raise it till you happy about understanding that, this has to make sense. It has to make sense for your life as well. So hopefully you're not doing something that you don't like and you just hate altogether because that energy gonna resonate as well. But again, if you are having something personal that you started off as a hobby or as a talent, once you cross that business world, you got to just think a little different. It's time to just your mindset got to just be in a different place. And I just want to give you some tips to kind of help you with that and strategize so that you can step back and say, you know what, is this a decision based on my feelings or is this a decision based on what's real? All right. So, hey, if you want to make millions in your market, thank you for tapping in to right here to Market to Millions. Yo, make sure that y'all tap into the free webinar. Yo, market2millions.net. Market2millions.net. That's the market the number 2millions.net. Sign up for the free webinar, y'all. This is where we're gonna dive deeper and I can help you market your way to millions. All right. World is watching. Always give them something to see. It's me, your boy Divine D. See y'all next time.
Winning, 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 winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. Winning, 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 winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm I'm winning.